whoa. T.H.O.R, yeah. All right. And finally, on the Blue Alliance, we have Team F.I.R.E from West Des Moines. All right, Blue Alliance, are you ready to get started? Oh, all right, randomize first. Bad order. Okay, randomized. Okay, good. All right, Blue Alliance, are we ready to get started? Yes. Okay. Red Alliance, are we good to go? All right, let's get this round started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have some autonomous action going on here. It looks like A.I.R is doing an auto that places a pixel. And looks like 22189 is parked in the backstage. And now we just wait for Teleop. Yeah, let's get hype, people in the stands. Yeah, let's get excited.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have some movement from all 4 teams, which is awesome. We see that A.I.R is picking up a pixel and putting it onto the backdrop. 22189 is trying to push up some pixels into the backstage, and we got 7823 trying to do the same. We have 18200 trying to pick up from the stack. And we got A.I.R picking up a few more pixels and putting them onto the backdrop. All right. And people in the stands, let's get excited. Come on, I don't think I hear you. Come on. Let's go. All right. All right, 22189 is trying to put stuff into the backstage. A.I.R is trying to pick some stuff up from the human player station. 7823 trying to push some pixels across the field. And 18200 trying to pick some stuff up from the stack. All righty, let's see what else. All right, A.I.R is trying to push some stuff into the backdrop. Maybe putting some stuff onto the backdrop, we'll see. And that's another one for the Red Alliance. All right. All right, Blue Alliance still trying to get some pixels into the backstage area. And what else we got? All right, and there's 22189 trying to get a pixel from the human player station. And A.I.R also trying to get a pixel from the human player station. Well, I guess we'll see which one gets there first. We also have 7823 trying to push some more pixels into the backstage. And we have 22189 trying to push some pixels as well. A.I.R placing another one onto that backdrop. And now we are in the end game period. Time for us to see what these teams can do. All right, we had A.I.R try to launch an airplane. Didn't go too far, but that's okay. We have 7823 and 22189, or the Blue Alliance, still trying to push some pixels into the backstage area. And our Red Alliance is all the way parked and ready for endgame. All right, 22189 and 7823 managed to get that park, and that is the end of our first match, folks. All right, let's see the score in a moment. Yeah, no, I didn't do the counting thing super well. Here, yeah, I got it. Yep. Yep. All right, got it. All right, Red Alliance, are we ready to go? All right, Blue Alliance, are we also ready to go? All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so we have some autonomous action here. The Aztechs putting a pixel into the backdrop area, and at the same time, Bionic Dutch doing the same. And let's see what we get right out of autonomous. Now let's hear it for the people in the stands, folks. Let's start cheering these teams on. Let's go. I don't hear you. Let's go. All right. Clapping also works.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And let's start our tally-up period. The Aztechs going for a pixel, and Bionic Dutch doing the same. We also have Team G.O.A.T putting 2 pixels into the backstage area, and Norwalk RoboWarriors doing the same as well. We also have G.O.A.T going for a pile of pixels there, and the Aztechs putting a few pixels into the backstage area as well. Oh, we have Norwalk RoboWarriors attempting to put a pixel onto the backdrop, and we have the Bionic Dutch doing the same. We also have Team G.O.A.T pushing another pixel into the backstage, and we also have Team Bionic Dutch trying to get a pixel from the human player station, and they seem to have one in their grasp. We also have Norwalk RoboWarriors attempting to put another couple of pixels onto that backdrop. We have Bionic Dutch coming back up to do the exact same, and looks like they'll get it. All right, we also have Aztechs trying to intake a few from the human player station, and we have Team G.O.A.T trying to pick up a few more as well. All right, looks like Norwalk RoboWarriors have a pixel in their grasp, and we have the Aztechs coming back to put a few more onto that backstage. We also have Team G.O.A.T coming in and putting another one on there, and we have Team Bionic Dutch coming in with another pixel to put onto that backdrop as well. All right, we have the RoboWarriors and Bionic Dutch putting a few more on there, and we are in our end game period. All right, let's see what our teams do here. All right, looks like Aztechs are trying to launch their paper airplane. And we have Norwalk and Bionic Dutch continuing to put a few more pixels onto that backdrop. All right, let's see that launch. Hey, look at that. We have one in our score 1 zone. That gets them 30 points. And the same for the Aztechs as well. All right. All right, let's see if any of these teams try to park here at the end. All right. And that is our game, folks. All right, looks like our current score is 53 Blue Alliance, 74 Red Alliance, but that may very well change in the next few minutes, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Yeah, I know, I was doing that. All right, and our final score for match 2, that is a Red Alliance win with a score of 74 to 63, folks. All right, congrats to them. All right. Yeah, I was trying to go in front of the screens, but yeah, all right, got it. Okay, that works perfect. Yep, I'll stay here. Got it. All right. Okay. I try to introduce the teams now? Because I didn't do it back there, because I think they just got it. Yeah, I was going to introduce the teams, because I didn't do that last time, so I was like, yeah, might as well. All right, guys, let's do a quick introduction of our teams real quick before we start our match. So on the Red Alliance, we have Disco Duckbots from Johnston. All right. Yeah, and also on the Red Alliance, we have C3 Robotics from Cumming. All right. Okay. On the Blue Alliance, we have Team Create the Future. Wait. Yeah, Create the Future. And secondly, on the Blue Alliance, we have the Circuit Breakers from Urbandale. All right, people in the stands, I want to hear you even louder than we did the last round. So, oh, that got really quiet, guys. That's not good. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. That's get excited, folks. All right, looks like our randomization is on the right side for all our teams. All right, Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have autonomous action from 3 of our 4 teams. C3 is putting some pixels down onto the ground. We have the circuit breakers putting some onto, oh, and we have a collision there on the Blue Alliance, but that is just fine. They should be okay for Teleop. We have C3 going for the backstage as well, and we have 24438 still running their auto. Let's see what these teams do in Teleop. All right, and now it is
Drivers,
our
pick up your
Teleop.
controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have movement from all 4 of our teams. C3 getting their arm ready to go, and the Duckbots trying to put a few pixels into the backstage area. We also have the circuit breakers and Create the Future trying to put some more pixels onto that backdrop. And circuit breakers able to put 1 pixel onto there and another one as well, it appears. All right, and we have Create the Future. Oh, and we have Create the Future hitting the backboard there. And we have the Duckbots and C3 trying to get a few more pixels into that backstage area. All right, we have C3 and the Duckbots try to maneuver around each other to try to put stuff into that backstage area. And we also have the circuit breakers trying to put a couple more pixels onto that backdrop. We also have Create the Future trying to get a few more pixels from the human player station. And we have C3 Robotics trying to get a few pixels as well. All right, we have the Duckbots and C3 trying to maneuver around each other, trying to put pixels into that backstage area. And we have the circuit breakers trying to get a few more pixels into their intake mechanism so they can put a few more onto that backdrop. We also have Create the Future trying to get a few more pixels as well. And we have Duckbots who have a few pixels stuck, and there we go. We have a few more points into that backstage. We also have C3 Robotics trying to go through that middle line, trying to pick up a few more pixels, and circuit breakers as well doing the same. And now it is our end game period, folks. All right, let's see what these teams can do during our end game. All right, it looks like Duckbots and C3 are trying to get back to park and maybe put a few more pixels into that backstage area. And we have circuit breakers and Create the Future trying to put a few more pixels onto that backdrop before our time expires. We also have Create the Future coming back to maybe park. And it looks like circuit breakers is going to park into that zone. Same for C3. We also have the Duckbots trying to get home, and will they make it? And it looks like they do. All right, that is the end of qualification round number 3, folks. All right, looks like our current score is Blue Alliance 36, Red Alliance 23, but that could very well change in the next few minutes, folks, so let's take a look and see. All right, let's announce our score for qualification match number 3, and we have a Blue Alliance win with a score of 50-28. Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks. All right. All right, folks, let's introduce our teams real quickly before we get this match started. This is qualification match number 4. On the Red Alliance, we have Team Thor from Johnston, Iowa. We also have Team Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple from, you guessed it, Norwalk. And from the Blue Alliance, we have Metallum Ultorum from Urbandale. And we also have PCM Alchemists from Monroe. All right, people in the audience, let's get even more hyped than the last round. All right, I don't hear you guys. That seemed pretty quiet to me. I think we can do better than that. No? Man, that's kind of sad. I gotta be honest. Come on, guys, cheer. Let's go. Come on, we're here, right? Yeah. All right. Got it. All right, Red Alliance, are we good to go? Yeah. All right, Blue Alliance, are we good to go? Oh, I think you guys can do louder than that. Are you guys ready to go? Yeah, all right. All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have autonomous action from 3 of our teams. It looks like Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple has parked in the backstage, and Thor has put 2 of their pixels onto the next to their marker. All right, and let's just wait for tally up and see what happens, folks. All right, and look at that. Norwalk dropped their 2 pixels into the backstage area along with that.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Right, let's start our tally up, folks.
3, 2, 1.
And we have movement from only the Red Alliance right now, it appears. But for right now, Thor has put 1 pixel into the backstage area and is picking up another, and is also going to pick up maybe 1 more as well. We also have Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple trying to drive as well. And we also have movement finally from the Blue Alliance, from Metallum Ultorum, and they appear to be pushing a few pixels into that backstage area as well. We have 9974 trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage area. I'm getting caught a little bit on Norwalk there. And we even have 24538 trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage. All right, we have 9974 Thor and RoboWarriors trying to get a few more pixels to put into that backstage area. And 24358 is still trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage as well. And there's Thor putting a few more pixels into that backstage. Norwalk is trying to pick up a few as well. And audience, I don't think I hear you. Come on, guys. Let's get excited. Yeah. All right, we have 24358 trying to push a few more pixels into that backstage. We have Thor trying to do the exact same. Right now, it looks like Norwalk is trying to pick up a few pixels as well. And we are trying to get the PCM Alchemists back up and running. We have Thor trying to get a couple more pixels into that backstage area before endgame period starts. Oh, riding a bit on 24358. And we have Thor putting a bunch of pixels into that backstage area. And Norwalk is still looking to try to get back on. And we have PCM trying to get back on as well. And we have there's our endgame period, folks. Let's see what these teams can do with this. All right, we have Thor going back for a couple more pixels. We have Norwalk trying to hang on the truss for the first time in our qualification matches. We have a robot doing that, and they appear to be successful in the Red Alliance. We also have Thor trying to do the same with their tape measure mechanism. We'll see how that works out. And we have 24358 trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage area. And it looks like Thor might get it, and they are above the ground, folks. We have, for the first time in our official competition, 2 teams hanging from the truss. All right, and that is the end of our round. Current score is 89 Red Alliance, 5 Blue Alliance, but that could very well change. What? Yeah, I guess. Oh, it looks like they tested it. I haven't been to any of them.
in general.
Good. All right, let's see our final score for qualification match 4, and it is a Red Alliance win with a score of 89-5. Great job, both teams. They're both alliances. All right, let's go ahead and get our teams introduced for qualification match number 5. On the Red Alliance, we have Team A.I.R from West Des Moines. We have Team Aztechs from Urbandale. And on the Blue Alliance, we have Team G.O.A.T from Urbandale. And we have Bionic Dutch from Pollock. Yep, all right. All right, Red Alliance, are you ready to go? Okay, Blue Alliance, are you guys ready to go? I think you guys can go louder. Come on, Blue Alliance, are you ready? All right. Okay, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! We have some autonomous action from the Aztechs and Bionic Dutch as well. It looks like Aztechs put 2 pixels into the backstage area, and Bionic Dutch managed to get 2 in there as well. And we will see what these teams do in Teleop, folks. All right.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Started.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay. All right, then we have Team A.I.R moving along and trying to pick up a few pixels and put them on the backstage. We have Team G.O.A.T pushing a few pixels into that backstage area, and Bionic Dutch putting a few onto that backboard as well. We also have Team A.I.R trying to pick up a few more pixels, and Aztechs as well. And audience, I want to hear you. Come on, I'm not hearing anything. Come on. All right, we got Bionic Dutch trying to put a few more onto that backboard, and we have the Aztechs trying to get a few more pixels into their robot. We also have Team A.I.R trying to put a few more onto that backstage and backboard, and they get another one onto there. We have Team G.O.A.T trying to push a few more of those pixels into the backstage area. We also have Aztechs trying to get a few from the human player station, and we have Team A.I.R trying to put a few more onto that backboard as well. We have the G.O.A.Ts trying to put a few more into that backstage, and they get another one in there. And we have Team A.I.R picking up a few more pixels, and the Aztechs managing to push a few more into that backstage area. And we have Team A.I.R actually working together with their alliance here to put some more onto that backboard. And we have Bionic Dutch trying to put a few more onto that backboard as well. All right, we have G.O.A.T and Aztechs trying to pick some stuff up from the human player station, and A.I.R working really well with their alliance trying to put stuff onto that backboard, and Bionic Dutch doing the exact same with Team G.O.A.T, both of them putting a lot of pixels onto that backboard there. We have Aztechs trying to push a few more pixels into the backstage, and A.I.R trying to put a few more onto that backboard. And we are in our end game, folks. Let's see what our teams can do here. We have Bionic Dutch doing a few more pixels, hoping to put a few more onto that blackboard before time expires. We also have Aztechs and A.I.R trying to put a few more onto that backboard as well. Looks like Bionic Dutch shoots their airplane. They get into zone 2, which will earn them, I believe, 20 points. Along with that, we have a few more Aztechs. Oh, A.I.R tries to shoot. Doesn't go as planned, but that is just fine. We have the Aztechs parking as well, with all 4 of our teams parked at the end of our round. All right, let's look at our score for qualification match number 5, and we have a Blue Alliance win with a score of 87 to 45. All right, folks, congrats to both alliances. All right, let's get these teams introduced real quick before we begin. On the Red Alliance, we have the Norwalk RoboWarriors and C3 Robotics. On our Blue Alliance, we have Team Fire and the Disco Duckbots. All right, we have a randomization for the right position for all of our teams. All right, final check teams. Blue Alliance, are you ready? All right, I think you guys can be a little more excited. Blue Alliance, are you ready? All right, Red Alliance, are you guys ready to go? Yeah, all right. All right, okay. Okay, if we're all good to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! And we have movement from C3 Robotics and 22189 Fire. All right, let's see it. Oh, and they get a purple right next to their alliance marker and a yellow pixel into that backdrop. Same for 22189. They are parked into that backstage area. All right, let's see what these teams can do in tally-up in a few more seconds.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I see movement from all 4 teams. We see C3 trying to push, and also Disco Duckbots trying to put a few more pixels onto that backdrop. And we also see Team Fire and the Norwalk RoboWarriors trying to get a few more pixels into that backstage area. Norwalk RoboWarriors are trying to, I believe, get a pixel out, and C3 are trying to pick up a few more pixels as well. On the other side, we have Disco Duckbots trying to put a few pixels into that backstage and backdrop area, and we have 22189 trying to pick up a few pixels from and push them into the backstage area. We also have Disco Duckbots putting another one onto that backdrop. We have the Norwalk RoboWarriors trying to push a few more into that backstage, and we have C3 trying to get a few more as well. All right, Disco Duckbots trying to go in for a few more things from their human player, and we also have the Norwalk RoboWarriors pushing a few more pixels into that backdrop. We also have Team Fire trying to get a few more pixels as well. We also have the Disco Duckbots getting a few more from the human player station, and C3 trying to maneuver around them, trying to get some pixels from the pile. All right, looks like we are still searching for pixels here. Looks like Disco Duckbots is trying to get a few from the human player station. We have Fire trying to push a few over to the backstage, and we have the RoboWarriors and C3 trying to get a few more as well. RoboWarriors going into the human player station to get a few more, and C3 looking around for some more as well. And that is our end game period. Let's see what these teams can do here. We have the Disco Duckbots trying to get a few more pixels onto that backdrop and perhaps the backstage as well. And we have C3 Robotics trying to get a park maybe, and also shooting their airplane very close to getting it over that boundary line where they need to get it to. And Disco Duckbots putting another one over that backdrop. And the RoboWarriors maybe attempting a park or even put in a few more pixels. Team Fire is trying to push a few more pixels into that backstage area. And they get a park. And that is our game, folks. look at our round qualification number 6 score. It is the Red Alliance with a score of 45-18. Great job to both alliances. All right, let's get a quick introduction for qualification match number 7. On the Red Alliance, we have the Circuit Breakers and Metallum Ultorum. And on the Blue Alliance, we have the PCM Alchemists and MSTM Techno Devils. All right. All right, Blue, are you ready? Okay, Red Alliance, are you ready to go? All right. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! And we have movement from one of our teams, the Circuit Breakers, managing to put a purple pixel right next to their marker. And getting parked into that backstage area and even putting the yellow pixel onto the backstage. Backdrop, my bad. Would you look at that? All right, let's see what these teams can do in tally-up.
Drivers,
right,
pick up your controllers.
Period, people.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, we have movement from all 4 teams. 2, 4, 3, 5, 8, trying to get a few pixels, and the Circuit Breakers doing the same as well. We have PCM and 18200, the Techno Devils, trying to get a few pixels into that backstage area, and the Circuit Breakers trying to do the same as well. Looks like 2358 is having a few issues. And we also have the PCM Alchemists trying to push in a few more pixels into that backstage area, and 18200 trying to do the same as well. We also have the Circuit Breakers trying to get a few more pixels into their package before they can put it onto that backdrop. We also have PCM putting a few more into that backstage, and we have 18200 trying to pick up a few more pixels to help their alliance. All right, looks like Circuit Breakers are trying to intake. And they get a hold of a pixel and are ready to put it. Oh, maybe not. We also have PCM trying to put a few more onto that backstage. And we have 18200 trying to pick up a few pixels as well in this match. We also have the Circuit Breakers. They seem to have picked up 2 pixels and are ready to put them onto the backdrop. And we have 18200, the Techno Devils, trying to put in a few more pixels as well. All right, looks like Circuit Breakers are getting 2 more pixels onto that backdrop, and they are successful. We also have the Techno Devils and Aztechs not Aztechs, PCM and the Techno Devils are trying to put a few more onto that backstage. We also have Circuit Breakers with another 2 pixels trying to put them on the backboard, and they are almost successful. We'll see in a moment. And it looks like they get one of those on. Looks like the Blue Alliance, we have teams that are parked in our backstage, and it looks the same for the Red Alliance as well. Looks like the Circuit Breakers will try maybe one more pixel and will park. Or not. Maybe they will go for another pixel. All right, let's see if they're able to get back there in time. All right, looks like they dropped one more and are parked at the end of our tally-up and end game. And there we go, folks. That is qualification round number 7. All right, let's look at our results for qualification round number 7. It is a Red Alliance win with a score of 59-19. Great job, both alliances. All right, let's introduce our teams for qualification match number 8. On the Red Alliance, we have Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple and Create the Future. On the Blue Alliance, we have Team 9974 Thor and Roadrunner Robotics. All right. Okay, Blue Alliance, are we ready? Okay, you guys didn't seem ready. Blue Alliance, are you ready? All right. Red Alliance, are you ready to go? All right. Let's do randomization first, and then we'll get this match started. Yeah. All right. Again, Blue Alliance, you ready to go? All right. Red, you good? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have Team 9974 Thor and Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple dropping 2 pixels into that backstage area. All right, let's see if Norwalk will be able to drop it this time. It looks like they got a little bit of a delay on it, so let's see if it'll drop. 2, 1, there we go. All right, we also have 24438 pushing a pixel into that substation as well. And that
Drivers,
is the end
pick
of
up your controllers. 3,
right,
2,
folks. Let's see what they
1.
can do. All right, we have Create the Future, and all 4 robots are moving. We have 7823 Roadrunner Robotics pushing a few pixels into that backstage area, and Thor trying to do the same. We also have Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple and Create the Future trying to push a few pixels as well. All right, let's see it. 9974 Thor managing to put 2 pixels into the backstage, and Roadrunner Robotics doing the same. We have Norwalk RoboWarriors and Create the Future trying to put a few more pixels as well. All right, we have 9974 Thor. They put a few more pixels back into that back substation. All right, let's look at Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple. All right, Create the Future has just put 3 more in there. That may be a penalty for them. We'll see. We also have Norwalk and Create the Future trying to put a few more into the backstage, and we have 9974 Thor and Roadrunner Robotics trying to push a few more pixels as well. All right, we have Create the Future pushing 1 pixel into the backstage, and we have a little collision there, and we have 9974 Thor putting out another couple of pixels into that backstage. All right, we have Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple going to the substation, or the human player station, trying to put a few more into that backstage, and maybe on the backboard as well, we may see. All right, 9974 Thor picking up another couple of pixels and putting them in. Whoa, 24438 is in the wrong area right now, it looks like. But 9974 Thor still continuing to shuffle and keep cycling. Still trying to push pixels into that back station. And Norwalk trying to climb up. We'll see if they're able to do it here in our end game period. All right, that's looking successful to me. All right, let's look at Thor. Let's see if they're able to do the same. We have Roadrunner Robotics trying to push a few more pixels. The same thing with Create the Future as well. We'll see if Thor is able to cinch this in the next 20 seconds or so. And that looks like another success, folks. We have 2 robots on our truss area, and that is the end of the round. All right, I think we're going to get a result for qualification round number 8. Let's see it. That's a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 114 to 57. That is our new high score for today, folks. Great job to both alliances. Let's move on to qualification number 9. We're on the Red Alliance. We have Team A.I.R and F.I.R.E, our two elemental teams. And on the Blue Alliance, we have our Aztechs and Disco Duckbots. All right, Blue Alliance, are you ready? Yeah? Okay, guys, louder. Come on, we got to do better. Guys, Blue Alliance, are you ready? Yeah, all right. Are we not good? You're not ready? Okay. Okay. All right, double check here. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Yeah? Okay. Red Alliance, are you ready? Okay. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from one of our teams, the Aztechs. They managed to put 2 pixels into that backdrop. And Team A.I.R doing the same, managing to put it in the correct location. All right, let's see what these teams can do in Tally-Up. All right, crowd, let's get excited. I don't hear any of you now, so let's go.
Drivers,
All right.
pick up your controllers.
Let's start Tally-Up.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we have A.I.R and F.I.R.E trying to put a few pixels into that backstage area. And we have Disco Duckbots and Aztechs trying to do the same. Disco Duckbots attempting to put a few more onto that backdrop. We have A.I.R and F.I.R.E trying to put a few more on the backdrop as well. And Aztechs dropping a few into that backstage area. We also have the A.I.R and F.I.R.E pushing 2 into that backstage area. And we have the Blue Alliance trying to put a few more onto that backdrop as well. All right, we have the Red Alliance getting a little tangled up, but they're doing okay. It looks like they're still trying to pick up a few more pixels. And we have our Blue Alliance trying to go to that human player substation and getting a few pixels back to our backstage area. We also have A.I.R and F.I.R.E. F.I.R.E looks like they're trying to get a few more pixels from that human player station, and A.I.R trying to get a few more pixels as well. We also have Disco Duckbots getting a few pixels from their backstage, and maybe even trying to put them onto that backdrop as well. We also have Aztechs trying to get a few more pixels from the human player station, and A.I.R trying to get a few pixels as well. We also have F.I.R.E trying to push a few more pixels into the backstage as well. And it looks like Aztechs might have gotten a few pixels and are trying to score them out now. All right, we are at 40 seconds. We might be getting close to endgame now. It looks like we have A.I.R trying to use their claw to push a few more of those pixels into the backstage area. And we have Disco Duckbots trying to put some more onto that board. All right, we are in our endgame period. Let's see what these teams can do. All right, we have A.I.R trying to maybe launch their airplane. Let's see how it goes. Hey, it went a little bit farther than last time, so that's definitely better. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, we have Aztechs shooting into that middle one zone like they're supposed to. And we have Duckbots and Aztechs putting a few more into the backdrop and backstage. Looks like A.I.R and F.I.R.E are parked and ready to go. And we have Aztechs coming in for the finish. And they managed to score that last one and get parked. That is qualification round number 9. All right, let's look at their results for qualification match number 9. It is a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 76-34. Great job to both alliances. And let's go now to qualification number 10. All right, let's introduce our teams here. On the Red Alliance, we have the PCM Alchemists and Bionic Dutch. On the Blue Alliance, we have Metallum, Ultorum, and C3 Robotics. All right, let's check with our teams. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? All right. No, you're good. Go ahead. We good? All right. Okay. All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have C3 trying their auto, and it looks like it's working pretty well so far. And we also have them trying to drop one onto that backdrop. We'll see if they're able to. Oh, but they do get one in the backstage, so that's okay. We had Bionic Dutch get a pixel into the backstage as well, moving into Teleop. Yeah, let's get some cheering going. Let's
Drivers,
go, guys. This
pick
is
up your
as
controllers.
quiet as ever. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we have all 4 robots moving on the field. C3 trying to get a few pixels and maybe putting them onto that backstage. Bionic Dutch able to get a pixel on there. And PCM pushing a few more into that backstage. 23-458 is trying to push a few more pixels as well. And we see C3 Robotics getting a few more into that backstage area. All right, we have Bionic Dutch picking up a few more. Let's see if they're able to get a few more in there. We have PCM pushing a few as well. We also have C3 picking up a few along with 24-358. All right, looks like PCM might be a little bit caught, but I'm sure they'll be able to get out of it. We have Bionic Dutch trying to pick up a few more pixels. And we have 24-358 trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage as well. C3 managing to get a few more in there as well. And we have Bionic Dutch trying to pick up a few too. All right, looks like C3 is trying to pick up a few more pixels if they can. Looks like they got one there. And we have Bionic Dutch putting another one onto that backdrop. We also have the PCM Alchemist putting a few more on it in the backstage. And we have the same thing happening from C3 as well. It looks like Metallum Ultorum might not be moving anymore. We'll see what's going on with that. We also have C3 trying to get a few more pixels. Bionic Dutch, PCM working together to try to get as many pixels as possible into that backstage and backboard area. All right, we have PCM trying to get another pixel into their grasp, and we have PCM pushing a few more into the backstage. Looks like Bionic Dutch might be a little stuck, but they managed to get free of it. Looks like they're putting one more onto that backboard, and that is successful. All right, we're in our end game period, folks. Let's see what our teams can do. All right, looks like they're launching a few airplanes. Let's see where they go. All right, zone 3, I think. All right, that's looking good. All right, looks like everyone's trying to get parked here before the end of our round. All right, I think we are all parked and good, folks. So that will be the end of round 10. All right, let's look at the results for qualification round number 10. We have a win for the Red Alliance with a score of 49-46. One of our closest rounds yet, folks. Great job to both alliances. Let's move on to qualification number 11. On the Red Alliance, we have MSTM, Techno Devils, and Create the Future. On the Blue Alliance, we have Norwalk, RoboWarriors, Purple, and G.O.A.T. All right, Blue Alliance, are we ready? All right, Red Alliance, are we ready to go? Audience, are we ready to go? Yeah! All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from 12783. They might be able to drop their pixels. We'll see this time. Create the Future moving slowly, but they might be able to make it this time to put a purple pixel into that backstage area. Oh, that was really close. Almost there. All right, let's see if Norwalk RoboWarriors purple. Oh, all right. Let's see if they're able to drop it. They were able to get 2 pixels into there. And we are ready
Drivers,
for Telia.
pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, movement from all 4 of our teams. We have the Techno Devils and Create the Future trying to push as many pixels as they can. Whoa! As many pixels as they can into the backstage. We have G.O.A.T and Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple trying to do their best to put more pixels into the backstage as well. We have G.O.A.T. They managed to get 1 pixel into there. Let's see if they're able to get a few more. We have Techno Devils trying to get a few more pixels from that stack. Let's see what they're able to get from that. We also have Create the Future going to the human substation to get a few more pixels as well. Norwalk RoboWarriors are picking up a few purple pixels, hopefully to put some onto that backboard. And G.O.A.T helping out their alliance by getting a few more onto that backstage as well. We have the Techno Devils trying to get a few more pixels from the stack and Create the Future getting another pixel into their backstage area. All right, Norwalk still trying to pick up a few pixels. Let's see if they can get some on the backboard. We have the Techno Devils trying to push a few more pixels along with Create the Future. We see G.O.A.T putting another one in that backstage area, and we have the Techno Devils putting a few more in there as well. All right, Create the Future coming back with 2. Let's see if they can get it in, and it looks like they do. All right, let's look at Norwalk now. It looks like they are getting there. Looks like G.O.A.T is putting a few more into that back substation as well. And it looks like the Techno Devils might be able to pick up a few more pixels and get them into the backstage. All right, looks like 24438 is pushing another pixel into that backstage area. And 24572 is also getting a few more pixels into that area as well. Looks like Norwalk is once again trying to hang on that truss. Let's see if they're able to do it. Looks like they are. Blue Alliance is all parked and ready to go for the end of the round. Looks like Techno Devils are getting back into position. Same with 24438, trying to score 2 more pixels before time expires. Let's see if they're able to do it. And it looks like they are. So that will be a clean round for both alliances. All right, that is the end of qualification match number 11. All right, let's look at the results for qualification round number 11. The winner is the Blue Alliance with a score of 76-25. Good job to both alliances. Good. All right, folks, we are taking a short 3-minute break to give some of our volunteers a rest. And be sure to thank them for their time as well. They are doing this outside of their time, so please do thank them whenever you see them. All right, let's get our teams introduced real fast for qualification number 12. On the Red Alliance, we have our Norwalk RoboWarriors and Roadrunner Robotics. On the Blue Alliance, we have Thor and the Circuit Breakers. All right, let's randomize real quick for our teams. It's looking like it is a right location for all of our teams for this round. All right, let's check with our teams real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? And audience, are we ready? Yeah, okay. All right. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from 9974, Circuit Breakers, and Norwalk RoboWarriors purple. Looks like Thor was able to put 2 pixels next to their marker. And we have Circuit Breakers attempting to put 1 onto that station. Looks like it didn't quite work, but that's all right. It'll improve the next time. We have RoboWarriors. Looks like they put 2 into that backstage area. And 7823 is ready for T.H.O.R to begin. All right, let's see what these teams can do.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have movement from all 4 teams. Looks like Circuit Breakers are getting 2 of their pixels to put onto that backdrop. Thor trying to do the same. 7823 trying to push 2 pixels into that backstage area. Norwalk RoboWarriors. Oh, a little collision there in the middle. But Thor appears to be trying to move forward to look for a few more pixels. 7823 trying to do the same. Norwalk RoboWarriors doing the same as well. Looks like Circuit Breakers putting another couple of pixels onto that backdrop. Let's see if they can nail it. All right, well, 9974 Thor was able to put a few more into that backstage. Looks like Circuit Breakers are working with their alliance, taking a few more of those pixels and putting them onto the backdrop. Now we got Thor. They have a couple more pixels, and Thor's going for a few more as well. We have the RoboWarriors and 7823 trying to get a few more pixels to put into their backstage. All right, looks like the Circuit Breakers are trying to put a few more onto that backdrop, and Thor continuing to cycle a bunch of pixels from their human station all the way back to the backstage. Looks like Circuit Breakers, again, working with their alliance, putting a few more onto that backdrop. Looks like the RoboWarriors and 7823 are trying to get a few more pixels into that backstage here as we continue the round. All right, looks like the Circuit Breakers are trying to look for a few more pixels to put up, and Thor coming back in, trying to get a few more pixels into the backstage. And the Circuit Breakers going for a few more of their own, and Norwalk trying to come back with a few more pixels. We're in our end game. Let's see if Thor or Norwalk can try to hang here, or if any of the other teams want to too, that's fine. And it looks like Thor, finally a successful airplane launch right in the correct area. Looks like Thor's trying to hang. Circuit Breakers trying to put a few more onto that backdrop. All right, and we have Norwalk also climbing up pretty successfully there. 78-23, maybe trying to get a few more pixels. And the Circuit Breaker is trying to get a few more onto that backboard. Thor has lifted up. Norwalk has lifted up. Looks like a pretty even round here, and we will see what the result is in a few minutes. Oh, yeah. I think it's probably easier. That's a little tiny, so I might have to do this. All right, let's look at the results for qualification match number 12. It looks like a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 88-34. Great job, both alliances. All right, let's move on to, All right, let's introduce our teams real quick before we start the match. All right, Disco Duckbots and PCM Alchemists on the Red Alliance. On the Blue Alliance, we have Bionic Dutch and the Aztechs. All righty, if we are randomized. All right, Blue Alliance, are we ready to go? All right, hey, whoa, that was way too not loud, guys. Let's do it again. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? Okay, Red Alliance, are you ready? Yeah, and audience, are you guys ready? Okay, then let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from two of our robots, Bionic Dutch and the Duckbots. It looks like the Duckbots were able to get parked, and the same for Bionic Dutch as well, and they were able to get a pixel into their backstage area. Let's see what all these teams are able to do in Teleop. Audience, I don't think I hear you right now. I know there's not a lot going on, but you guys can still cheer. Let's go. Yeah, I like to hear that. Let's go.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, and we have movement from all four robots. Always a good thing to see. Bionic Dutch trying to put a few onto that backboard. Same thing with the Disco Duckbots. All right, looks like PCM might have launched the airplane a little early, but that's okay. We have the Duckbots trying to put one onto the backboard, and Bionic Dutch trying to do the same. I see the Aztechs going for a few more pixels, and the PCM Alchemists trying to go for a few in that human substation. All right, looks like the Duckbots are able to get one onto there, and we'll see if they can get another. We have the Aztechs going in for another few pixels from their human player station, and we have the PCM going in for another one here in our backstage. Looks like Bionic Dutch is trying their best to put a few more onto that backdrop, and they're successful. All right, we have the Aztechs trying to get a few more from their human player station, and the Duckbots trying to put a few pixels onto that backboard. All right, we also have PCM trying to push a few more of those pixels into the backstage. Let's see how many they can get there. And Bionic Dutch trying to put a few more onto that backdrop. All right, looks like Duckbots was able to put another one on, and we have the Aztechs trying to get a few more in as well. All right, we have Bionic Dutch. They were able to put another couple onto that backboard. And we have PCM trying to get a few more into that backstage. All right, looks like Duckbots are trying to get maybe a pixel that's stuck in their robot out, or they may be trying to get another one. We'll see. All right, Bionic Dutch is going into the human player station, getting a few more pixels from there. And the Aztechs are trying to intake, trying to get a few more to help their alliance out. We have PCM. They were able to do cycle a few more pixels. And the Ducks were able to put in one more onto their board. It looks like we are in the end game. We'll see who can launch the airplane, if any, and we'll also see if any of them are willing to climb up. All right, looks like the Aztechs are going in for another pixel, and Bionic Dash maybe trying to launch the airplane. We'll see. And the Duckbots trying to put another one onto that backboard. PCM trying to do the same here. Let's see what they're able to do. Oh, hey, look at that. Bionic Dash launches and gets it right in the correct area. And that is the end of qualification match number 13, folks. All right, let's look at the results for qualification match number 13. All right, let's look at it. That's a Red Alliance win with a score of 100-74. Great job to both alliances. And let's move on to qualification match number 14. All right, on the Red Alliance, we have Team A.I.R. and Norwalk RoboWarriors purple. And on the Blue Alliance, we have C3 Robotics and MSTM Techno Devils. All right. All right, let's check in with our alliances. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Yeah, all right. Red Alliance, are you ready? All right, audience, are you ready? All righty. Okay. On 14 right now. We're on 14 right now. Two matches or something on the system. Got it. We'll see. All right, Red Alliance, Blue Alliance, are we still good? Yeah! Okay. All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from three of our teams, C3 and 12783, the Norwalk RoboWarriors purple, and A.I.R. managing to score well in auto. C3 doing the same, getting a yellow pixel in perhaps the right position, we'll see. And 12783 waiting for their pixels to drop. We'll see if it's able to do that. And the pixels drop for the Red Alliance. All right. Let's see. All right, that's the start of our tally
Drivers,
match.
pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we have movement from all 4 of our teams. All right, Norwalk RoboWarriors purple picking up a pixel, scoring it into the backstage area. Same thing for the Techno Devils as well, getting another one in the backstage area, and A.I.R. trying to get some on that backdrop successfully. All right, we have C3 coming in. They may be trying to intake a new pixel or even shooting one out into the backstage area. They're successful there. Norwalk RoboWarriors purple putting another one into the backstage as well, and A.I.R. trying to get a few more from the human player station. All right, we have the Techno Devils getting a few more pixels as well, and Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple putting a few more into that backstage. We also have A.I.R trying to put another one onto that backdrop, and C3 putting a couple more into that backstage. All right, let's see Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple cycling a few more pixels into that backstage area. C3 Techno Devils trying to do the same. A.I.R seems to be picking up a few of their alliance's pixels and putting them onto the backstage successfully. Looks like C3 trying to do the exact same thing. Let's see what the Techno Devils seem to be trying to pick up a few more pixels from the human player station. And A.I.R once again trying to put a few more on there. And C3 cycling a few more pixels as well into that backstage area. Audience, I don't think I hear you. I'd like to hear you a little louder. Come on. All right, we got A.I.R on here trying to get some more onto that backstage area. We got C3 trying to do that same thing as well. We have Norwalk trying to get a few more from the human player station, cycling it back to the backstage. All right, we have the Techno Devils pushing a few more there as well. We're in our end game period. Let's see if we can see a few airplanes fly this round. All right, all the teams are trying to get back to their areas to launch their airplanes. Let's see which ones are able to do it. And we even have Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple trying to hang while their teammate A.I.R tries to shoot an airplane. Hey, look at that. A little bit outside, but that's okay. Norwalk is hanging. C3, Techno Devils, and A.I.R are parked. A.I.R trying to get a last-minute score. And that is the end of qualification match 14. All right, let's look at the results of qualification match 14. Maybe. All right, let's see the results. That's a win for the Red Alliance with a score of 88-84. A really close match, and great job to both alliances. All right, let's introduce our teams for... Ready for qualification 15. Let's introduce our teams. G.O.A.T and Circuit Breakers on the Red Alliance, and T.H.O.R and F.I.R.E on the Blue Alliance. All right. All right, an announcement here, so everyone listen up. After qualification match 16, we will be taking a lunch break. For everyone that wants to eat something today, I would suggest you do it then. All right. Blue Alliance, are you guys ready to go? Red Alliance, are you ready? All right. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from the Circuit Breakers and T.H.O.R. T.H.O.R able to drop off 2 of their pixels into the backstage area, and the Circuit Breakers able to put perhaps 1, 2. Oh, very close, but they were able to get in the backstage at least. And right now, we will see what happens in teleop. Hey, audience, I don't hear you. What's going on? All right. All right, that's the start.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have movement from all 4 robots. Let's see, T.H.O.R seems to be trying to intake. They might be stuck a little bit. Let's see, G.O.A.T is trying to drop 1 pixel off. Looks like it might be stuck under their robot, though, so we'll see what happens with that. We have the Circuit Breakers coming in with 2 green pixels onto their backboard, and we have F.I.R.E trying to push a few more pixels for their alliance into the backstage. All right, it looks like G.O.A.T is still trying to pick up a few more pixels. Circuit Breaker's doing the same. It looks like T.H.O.R is back up and running. Looks like they're going to try cycling a little bit more. All right, we have the Circuit Breakers dropping off 2 more pixels onto the backstage, and it looks like G.O.A.T is trying to do a few more as well. We have T.H.O.R and F.I.R.E working together, trying to get a few more pixels back into that backstage area, and maybe even onto the backdrop. We'll see. All right, we have the Circuit Breakers trying to do a few more here on the backdrop, and maybe even into the backstage as well. We'll see. All right, we have T.H.O.R getting a few more from the human player station, and G.O.A.T trying to, G.O.A.T managed to get that one out from under their robot, and they're able to push that into their backstage area. All right, looks like Circuit Breakers are trying to pick up a few more pixels, and T.H.O.R appears to be coming back with a couple more pixels to drop off. All right, we also have F.I.R.E doing their best to keep up with their alliance, bringing a few more pixels into that subsystem. And it looks like they're doing a well job of that. All right, we have G.O.A.T trying to do a few more pixels as well. And the circuit breakers which may be able to put a few more into that backtrack. All right, we're in our endgame period. Let's see what these teams do here. Looks like circuit breakers going for a few more pixels. G.O.A.T going for a few more pixels as well. And F.I.R.E pushing a few more pixels into that backstage area. All right, looks like F.I.R.E is parked and ready to go. Let's see what T.H.O.R does if they're able to hang. And circuit breakers are going in for one last-minute pixel on the board. All right, and G.O.A.T is parked as well, and we have everyone parked and ready for the end of the match. Robotics. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we have Create the Future and the Norwalk RoboWarriors. All right, looks like we are randomizing for our last match before lunch. All right, let's check in with our teams. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? Okay. Whoa, yeah, okay. Red Alliance, are you ready to go? All right, audience, are you ready for the last match before lunch? Yeah. All right, if we're ready to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from two of our teams, 24-358 and the Norwalk RoboWarriors, both scoring pixels in the backstage. We have Create the Future, trying to put a pixel into the backstage as well. We'll see if they're able to get there. And 7028 is ready for tally-up. All right. Close. Oh, we might get it. We might get it. Oh, okay. All right, let's see where it ends up. Hey, look at that.
Drivers,
all right, let's get
pick
our
up your
tally-up
controllers.
period started.
3, 2, 1.
All right, we have 3 moving robots right now. Looks like 24438 is trying to get back up. Oh, now we got all 4. All right, let's see it. Okay, Norwalk RoboWarriors pushing a few more pixels into the backstage. We have 24-358 trying to push a few more as well. And 24-438, Create the Future, trying to get a few from that human player station. All right, we have the Norwalk RoboWarriors pushing a few more into that backstage. Same for Metallum, Ultorum, and Create the Future. All right, we even have Roadrunner Robotics trying to get a few pixels into that backstage as well. We'll see what these teams are able to do. Looks like 24-358 is trying to do their best, along with 24-438 to Create the Future, trying to push a couple more pixels into their backstage area. All right, looks like a little bit of a collision over there, but otherwise, everyone seems to be traveling relatively smoothly. Looks like Norwalk going for a few more pixels there. All right, looks like we have 24-358 and 7823 trying to maneuver around each other, getting some pixels into the backstage. At the same time, Norwalk and Create the Future trying to do the exact same thing. All right, looks like 7823 trying to push a few more. Same thing with 24-358. Looks like 24438, Create the Future, trying to get a few more from that human player substation. And Norwalk is trying to do the exact same thing. All right, looks like 24-358. Trying to get a few more pixels in the backstage. And that is our end game. 30 seconds left. Let's see it. Norwalk trying to get a few more into the backstage. 24-358 doing the exact same thing. 78-23, 24-38 Create the Future. And Roadrunner Robotics doing their best to try to get back to the station for the end game. Okay, it looks like Norwalk might be trying to climb the truss. Let's see if they're able to do it. Create the Future coming back, trying to get a park. 78-23, 24-358, parked and ready for end game. And Norwalk was able to get that climb for the end of round 16. Quick announcement for everybody in this room and in the pits. Our lunch will only last until 1:15, and we will be right back here for qualification 17. All right, let's look at the results of match 16. All right, let's look and see. It is a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 54-18. Great job to both alliances, and see everyone back here at 1:15. Testing. All right, let's get us started after this lunch break. Let's wake up a little. All right. On the Red Alliance, we have the Disco Duckbots and Bionic Dutch. All right. On the Blue Alliance, we have the MSTM Techno Devils and Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple. All right. Blue Alliance, are we ready? Red Alliance, are we ready? Audience, are we awake from lunch and ready to go? All right, if we're all good, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from 3 of our 4 robots onto the field. It looks like Bionic Dutch was able to put a few pixels into that backstage area, and it looks like Norwalk will eventually drop their pixels into the backstage as well. All right, it looks like the Techno Devils were trying to put a few in the backstage, but we will see what Duckbots and Techno Devils can do in tally-up. All right, let's start our tally-up.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I see all 4 robots moving on our field. Audience, let's get a little bit loud. All right, we have Bionic Dutch putting a few pixels onto that backboard. The same thing for the Duckbots as well, trying to put 2 onto the backboard as well, while the Norwalk RoboWarriors and the Techno Devils are trying to get a few pixels as well. All right, I see Bionic Dutch and Duckbots trying to put a few pixels onto that backboard, being very successful there. And we see Norwalk and the Techno Devils trying to pick up a few from the human player station. All right, we have Bionic Dutch picking up 2 pixels and are trying to bring them back to the backboard. We have Bionic Dutch trying to do the exact same thing. All right, on our Blue Alliance, we have a few teams trying to get a few pixels into the backstage and backdrop area. All right, looks like Norwalk has a few green pixels. Bionic Dutch is trying to get a few pixels as well, along with the Duckbots right now. All right, looks like the Techno Devils are trying to get a few pixels, and we'll see. All right, there we go. They're pushing a few into that backstage area. The Duckbots appear to be trying to score one. Oh, well, that's okay. It's still in the backstage area, and it looks like they are disconnected right now, so we're going to take a look at Norwalk now. Looks like they delivered 2 into the backstage area. Bionic Dutch continuing to put one of them onto the blackboard there. It also looks like the Techno Devils pulling a couple into that backstage area. Looks like Duckbots are still not quite working properly. That's okay. Bionic Dutch is trying to get a few more pixels, and Norwalk RoboWarriors and Techno Devils still going strong. We are now in our end game period. Let's see what these teams can do. We have the Duckbots still trying to get connected. We have the Bionic Dutch trying to get a few more from the human player station. And we have Norwalk RoboWarriors and the Techno Devils trying to get a few more pixels before they need to park for endgame. Looks like Norwalk is fully successfully on the truss right now and parked. Looks like Duckbots are reconnected. Bionic Dutch shoots their airplane, and we get it in a zone. They are parked and ready to go. Techno Devils parked, and that is the end of qualification match 17. All right, let's look at our score for Q17. It is a Red Alliance win with a score of 60-45. Great job to both alliances. Let's move on to qualification match 18. Let's introduce our teams real quick. We have Team G.O.A.T and Team F.I.R.E on the Red Alliance. And on the Blue Alliance, we have the Circuit Breakers and PCM Alchemists. All right, let's get some randomization going. And that is in the center. All right, let's check with our teams real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? Yeah. Red Alliance, you ready? Yeah. Audience, are you ready for this round? All right, then if we are all good to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from 2 of the 4 robots. Circuit breakers attempting to put a pixel, and they do that successfully. The G.O.A.T team has put 2 into the driver substation, or into the backstage, and the circuit breakers almost had that, but it is still in the backstage, so they do still get points. All right, let's see what these teams can do in teleop. All right, audience, I don't hear ya. I think I should be hearing you right now. Yeah, okay. All right.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we have movement from all 4 of our robots, a great sign. Looks like PCM is pushing a few pixels into the backstage area, and G.O.A.T attempting to get a few for their alliance as well. We have F.I.R.E doing a few as well, and the circuit breakers attempting to bring a few of them back onto that back board there. We'll see how many they can get on. All right, we have G.O.A.T going back for another one, same with F.I.R.E. And the PCM Alchemists looking around for a few more pixels that they can take into their backstage area. All right, we have the circuit breakers going into the human substation, getting a few more pixels, ready to put them back on the backboard. And we have G.O.A.T putting a few more into the backstage. All right, let's see if the circuit breakers are able to put them on the board. All right, looks like, oh, they did miss one, but that's okay. We have F.I.R.E and G.O.A.T trying to get a few more into their backstage area, and PCM trying to cycle a few pixels into the backstage area as well. We have the circuit breakers going back into the human substation, coming back and trying to get to that board once again. Looks like circuit breakers are doing their best to get them back there, along with PCM. G.O.A.T and F.I.R.E doing their best to get a few pixels back into that backstage area. All right, it's looking like circuit breakers about to drop a few more. We'll see if they're able to. And we have PCM getting a few more as well. Looks like G.O.A.T and F.I.R.E are doing a really good job of pushing those pixels right into that backstage area. All right, looks like circuit breakers are going for a few more. G.O.A.T is coming back with a few for their station, and F.I.R.E is trying to pick up a few too. Along with that, PCM trying to push a few. It looks like we are in the end game period, folks. I want to hear you real loud. Let's go. All right, so we are in our end game. Looks like circuit breakers are coming back, trying to maybe pick up a few more pixels. PCM doing the same. F.I.R.E and G.O.A.T trying to make their way back to get that park before end game ends. All right, looks like the circuit breaker is coming back. Maybe they'll try to do one more. F.I.R.E trying to push one more back as well. We'll see if PCM is able to come back for that park. G.O.A.T is right here, ready to go and parked for the end of the match. And let's see if PCM can do it before the buzzer, and they do. And that is the end of match 18. All right, let's look at the results for qualification match 18. The winner is the Blue Alliance with a score of 58-28. Great job to both alliances. All right, let's go to match 19. We're on the Red Alliance. We have Metallum, Ultorum, and the Aztechs. On the Blue Alliance, we have Create the Future and Roadrunner Robotics. All right, let's check in with our teams real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Let's go a little bit louder, guys. Come on. Are you ready? Yeah, all right. Red Alliance, are you ready to go? All right. Audience, are we ready for this round? All right. Well, if we're all good, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from the Aztechs. Looks like they were able to drop off 2 pixels into that backstage area, and it looks like Create the Future. Once again, trying to get that pixel in. We'll see if they're able to do it this time. Hey, there we go. It's in there. And that's just fine. It looks like it's in there. So we're good to go. Hey, audience, I'm not hearing you. Come on. I don't want it to be quiet in here. Let's go.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And we have movement from all 4 of our robots, a great sight to see. We have the Aztechs going in for a few pixels. We have 24358 going for a few pixels as well. And we have Create the Future and 7823 Roadrunner Robotics going and trying to get as many pixels as they can in that backstage area. All right, we have Metallum, Ultorum trying to get a few pixels into that backstage area. And we have the Aztechs coming in with a few as well. We have 7823. It looks like one of their wheels might have fallen off, and that's, yep. And that's okay. You guys can keep still trying to push. All right. We have 24358 going for a few things as well. Looks like they might be stuck. So we have Create the Future and Aztechs going at it. And we'll see who's able to get as many pixels as they can into that backstage area. All right, looks like Aztechs are doing a good job trying to get a few more pixels. Create the Future doing the exact same thing. 7823, even without one wheel, they're still trying their best here. And I want to hear the audience. Come on, support them. Let's go. All right. Aztechs getting a few more pixels from that human player station into the backstage area, and we have Create the Future doing their best as well, getting a couple more pixels into that backstage area as well. 7823 trying to get themselves set up for park so they don't have to worry about their wheel anymore, and Aztechs were able to get a few more pixels into that area as well. All right, we have Create the Future and Aztechs going at it. It looks like Aztechs are trying to get a few pixels. Same with Create the Future. They're both trying to get as many pixels as they can before endgame begins. And there that is, folks. All right, let's see what these teams can do in endgame. Looks like Aztechs are trying to collect a few more pixels to put in the backstage. 7823 is parked and ready to go for endgame. And the other team seems to be stuck behind there, but that's just fine. All right, so we have Aztechs Create the Future. Oh, look at that. Aztechs launched their airplane very, very close to getting it over that barrier. And they are trying to get as many pixels as they can out before parking in endgame. All right, Create the Future, 7823, and Aztechs are all parked for the end of this round. All right, looks like we're looking at round 19. Let's see who the winner is. It is the Blue Alliance with a score of 26-25. 1 point difference, folks. That's something to be excited about. All right, let's go to match 20 now. On the Red Alliance, we have the Norwalk RoboWarriors and Thor. On the Blue Alliance, we have C3 Robotics and A.I.R. We are randomized for censor. All right, let's check in with our teams real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance, are you ready? Audience, are you ready for this one? All right, if we are good to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have 3 robots on the field moving. C3 manages to put their purple pixel, and Thor managing to put their purple and yellow pixels into that backstage area. C3 doing their best to try to put it on the backboard, but end up getting it into that backstage. Let's see what these teams can do in teleop. Hey, audience, I'm not hearing you. I know it's quiet, but let's make it louder. All right, that's the start of our teleop period.
Pick up your controllers.
What these teams can do.
3, 2, 1.
All right, let's see it. Okay, we have 9974 and the Norwalk RoboWarriors trying to cycle as many pixels as they can into the backstage. Looks like A.I.R is coming in to put some onto that backboard, and C3 is trying to do the exact same thing, folks. All right, looks like 9974 is getting a few pixels. They're able to launch them back into the backstage area, and Norwalk trying to do the exact same thing. Looks like C3 and A.I.R working together as a team. A.I.R trying to put them on the backboard, C3 delivering them to A.I.R. Looks like a little bit of collisions going on in the middle there, but looks like Thor and RoboWarriors are doing their best to try to put some pixels into that backstage. All right, looks like C3 and A.I.R are doing their best to put some more pixels into that backstage. A.I.R coming back. Looks like the RoboWarriors and Thor attempting to cycle a lot more pixels into that backstage area. Same thing for C3 and A.I.R. All right, looks like A.I.R is coming in with another one. Looks like they're trying to pick it up and put it on that backboard. Let's see if they're able to. Thor and the RoboWarriors doing their best to cycle as many pixels as they can into that back area. And we have C3 coming back to do that exact same thing. All right, we have A.I.R pushing some stuff into that backstage area and even picking a few out to put them on the backboard. All right, we have Thor cycling as many as they can along with Norwalk, and C3 cycling them as well. Looks like A.I.R's trying to cycle a few as well along with them. We have Norwalk and Thor coming back with a few more pixels, and C3 and A.I.R doing the exact same thing. All right, Thor is able to drop it from another couple, and here we are in the end game period. Let's see what the teams can do. All right, looks like Norwalk and Thor maybe trying to get up on to the truss area, and C3 launches their airplane, and they are really, really close. All right, we have A.I.R coming in for a last-minute placement. Let's see if they're able to do it. Looks like Thor is still trying to get up there. Looks like their tape measure might have broken there. All right, so we have, whoa, okay, C3 might have gotten a hit. We have C3 and A.I.R and one, oh, A.I.R tried to shoot them too. They didn't quite make it, and that's just fine. And that will be our final place right now for qualification 20. Like our score got released, it's 99-79. Blue Alliance win there. Good job to both alliances. All right, let's move on to qualification 21 real quick. And let's introduce our teams. We have 104-35, the Circuit Breakers on the Red Alliance, along with Team F.I.R.E. On the Blue Alliance, we have the Bionic Dutch and Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple. All right, let's check in with our alliances real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready to go? Red Alliance, are you ready? Audience, can we be a bit louder and say if we're ready? Yeah, there we go. All right, if we are good to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have two robots moving on the field. Bionic Dutch able to drop their 2 pixels into the backstage. Same thing with 104-35. Let's see if they're able to drop their 2 pixels as well. Looks like they're able to get that purple autonomous point. Along with that, let's see if they're able to get it on the backboard. And they are super close, maybe just a little bit more forward, but they are getting parked there in the backstage area. Let's see what these teams can do and tally up.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we have all 4 teams moving. Always a good sign. Bionic Dutch picking a few up to put them on the backboard, while 22189 F.I.R.E. and the Circuit Breakers trying to get as many pixels as they can into the backstage. And Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple able to get a couple pixels in there. Let's see if the Circuit Breakers are able to get a few pixels on that board. All right, we have Bionic Dutch placing a few more pixels onto the board as well. And Norwalk RoboWarriors Purple cycling a few more pixels into that backstage area. We have F.I.R.E trying to do the exact same thing, cycling as many pixels as they can into that backstage area as well. All right, we have the circuit breakers coming back from picking up a few more pixels, and it looks like they're trying to get that one over there and bringing it back to the field. All right, RoboWarriors and Bionic Dutch going out to go get a few more pixels to put in their backstage and on the board. All right, circuit breakers putting another one onto that board while F.I.R.E is trying to cycle a few more pixels as well. All right, looks like Bionic Dutch and the RoboWarriors are trying to put a few more pixels into that backstage area. We'll see Bionic Dutch comes back and tries to put one onto that board there. All right, we have the circuit breakers at the same time coming back with 2 pixels, putting 2 more onto that board. We'll see if they make it. Looks like they do. All right, it looks like F.I.R.E.'s wiring might be a little bit out, but that's okay. We got Bionic Dutch going for a few more stacks, and we have the Norwalk RoboWarriors getting a few more pixels from the human substation. All right, looks like the circuit breaker is trying to get another one onto the board. They are successful. All right, Bionic Dutch trying to do a few more as well, along with the Norwalk RoboWarriors purple. They're trying to do their best as well. A few more pixels, and that is our end game. Let's check this out now. All right, 22189 doing their best to get parked. Okay, circuit breaker shooting it far and trying to put another, oh, very close. But now they're probably going to park in the backstage or go for another one. All right, Bionic Dutch doing the same thing, putting another pixel onto the backboard and shooting the airplane very close and then parking in the area. F.I.R.E is parked and ready to go for endgame. RoboWarriors are ready on the truss and already on top. Oh, and the circuit breakers are parked as well for the end of match 21. Qualification 21, the results are in. That is a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 68-48. Great job to both alliances, and let's continue on to match 22. All right, on the Red Alliance, we have Roadrunner Robotics and G.O.A.T. On the Blue Alliance, we have Metallum, Ultorum, and the Disco Duckbots. All right, let's hear it in the audience, folks. It's really quiet here. I want to be loud. All right. All right, let's check in with our teams. Blue Alliance, are you ready? All right, we are not ready. Give us a moment. Evan. All right, let's check again with our alliances real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance, are you ready? Audience, are we ready? Yeah. All right, if everything looks good, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from 2 of the 4 robots. Looks like G.O.A.T's trying to push a few of their pixels into that backstage, and looks like the Duckbots are trying to do the exact same thing. Hey, audience, you're kind of quiet. I don't hear you. Come on. Yeah, there we go.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I see all 4 robots moving. That's always a good sign. Looks like Duckbots are going for a few pixels onto that backboard. G.O.A.T trying to get a few into that backstage. 24-358, Metallum Ultorum trying to put a few pixels into that backstage as well. 7823 doing that exact same thing. Looks like Team G.O.A.T getting a little bit caught up, but they're able to get that pixel and are hopefully going to move it in now. All right, let's look at the Duckbots now. They're picking up a few more pixels. They're able to do that. Looks like they're going to move back onto that backstage and backboard. All right, 7823 and 24358 look to be both going for pixels, trying to get as many pixels as they can for their alliances. All right, looks like G.O.A.T is going in for another pixel. It looks like the Duckbots are trying to pick up their pixels and put them on the backboard. Looks like we have 24-358 and 78-23 doing their best to get some more pixels as well in that backstage. All right, let's keep it going. G.O.A.T seems to be doing 2 more. I see that they might be doing 3. We'll see. All right, so it looks like they're able to move 2 and are trying to get that back to their backstage. At the same time, the Duckbots doing the exact same thing, trying to get rid of a pixel that's stuck in their robot right now. 78-23 and 24-358 doing their best to get some pixels into that backstage area. All right, G.O.A.T able to get another one in there. Duckbots trying to do the exact same thing. 78-23 and 24-358 trying to get a few more pixels into that backstage as well. Looks like G.O.A.T is really going for it, trying to get a few more pixels into that backstage as well. All right, looks like 78-23 is trying to do as well as they can. And it looks like we are in an endgame period now. Let's see what these teams can do. All right, so we have a few people with paper airplanes. We'll see if they launch them this round. 78-23 and 24-572 are doing their best to bring some pixels back into that backstage area. The same thing for the Duckbots and Metallum as well. Ultorum, my bad. All right, looks like G.O.A.T is parked and ready to go for endgame. Looks like the Duckbots and Metallum Ultorum are trying their best to get all the way back. And it looks like 78-23, Roadrunner was very, very close. And we are all fully parked and ready for 22. All right, a few announcements for everybody, not just the people in the audience. All the teams up here from now on, this is going to be their last round of the day. So any of the teams that are going to be up here from now on, it's going to be their last round. Along with that, every single team, you do not want to leave right after all the matches are completed. We are going to be taking a league photo right after all these matches are done. So please do stick around because we want to have every team in that photo. So, awesome. All right, let's look at the results for match 22. All right, it looks like it's a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 90-10. All right, great job to both alliances. And let's move on to match 23, our almost last match, but not quite yet. Let's see who's on the Red Alliance. We have Team T.H.O.R and C3 Robotics. On the Blue Alliance, we have the Aztechs and MSTM Techno Devils. All right, let's check in with our alliances real quick. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Red Alliance, are you ready? Audience, are we ready for the second to last round of this league meet? Yeah, all right. All right, if everything looks good, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, I see movement from 3 of the 4 robots. T.H.O.R able to deliver 2 pieces, and the Techno Devils trying to do the exact same thing. Oh, looks like C3's coming in at the last second, putting in a few more. They're able to get that autonomous point. Aztechs able to get a few into that back station. And we also have C3 where they were able to get a few as well in the backstage. All right, let's see what these teams can do in teleop.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I see movement from all 4 robots. Let's see what they can do. C3 trying to get a few pixels and trying to bring them all the way back to the backstage. We have Thor trying to get a few more pixels as well, and the Techno Devils and the Aztechs trying to get a few pixels that they can bring back. Oh, looks like a little collision there, but it looks like we'll be okay. Thor's able to deliver 2 pixels into the backstage. Same thing for C3 as well. We even have the Techno Devils and the Aztechs trying to bring 2 pixels back to their backstage, and the Techno Devils are able to do that. All right, Aztechs seem to be bringing in 2 as well. We have Thor and C3 doing their best with this exact same thing. It looks like Thor might have 2 pixels in there. Looks like they're going to drop off 2. Then we have C3 doing that exact same thing. And there we go. We have 2 more pixels in the backstage. Aztechs and Techno Devils trying to catch up here. They're trying to get a lot more pixels into that backstage as well. All right, we have, whoa, okay. Looks like C3 and Thor a little bit weird there, but that's okay. C3's right there. Thor's right there. Thor has 2 more pixels to drop off. Looks like Techno Devils and Aztechs are doing the exact same thing. Looks like Aztechs are able to get a few more pixels from that human substation. It looks like the Techno Devils are doing the exact same thing. All right, looks like C3's plane thing might have come off, but that's just fine. Looks like C3's trying to get through, and we have Thor trying to bring in another 2 pixels. Aztechs doing the exact same thing, bringing another 2, and the Techno Devils bringing another 1 pixel to the back station. All right. All right, we have C3 and the Aztechs going in for little collision there. It looks like we are in our endgame now. Let's see what our teams can do. Oh, looks like Thor was very close to launching that paper airplane or drone. And after that, we have C3 and Thor trying to get a park maybe, or Thor even trying to get up on that truss. Let's see the Techno Devils and Aztechs trying to come in. Aztechs going for 1 more pixel, trying to see how they can maximize their score. We have the Techno Devils coming in for a park here. C3 is fully parked, trying to get a pixel out of their intake. And we have Thor fully up and on that truss. Let's see if Aztechs can come back quickly. And it looks like they just weren't able to, but that's just fine. All right, and that is the end of match 23. All right, let's look at the results. It's a Red Alliance win with a score of 79-26. All right, teams, quick announcement. We will be doing that Alliance photo, or not Alliance, League Meet photo right here on this field. So after this match is cleared and all the robots have left, please bring your robots and your team members right here unless you're competing in match 24, in which case I would do that first. All right, thank you. All right, okay. All right, let's introduce our teams real quickly for our last round of the day. That's something to get excited about, folks. We're almost done with our first league meet of the season. All right, with our Red Alliance, let's go to them first. We have Create the Future and the PCM Alchemists. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we have A.I.R and the Norwalk RoboWarriors. All right. Okay, now let's check in with our alliances for our last match of the day. All right, Blue Alliance, are we ready? Yeah. Red Alliance, are we ready? Hey, I know you can do louder. Come on. Red Alliance, are you ready? Yeah, awesome. And audience, are you ready for the last match of the day? Yeah. Nope. Oh, that's not good. All right, okay. Okay, if we're ready to go, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, we have movement from the Blue Alliance here. Norwalk RoboWarriors able to push 2 of their pixels into the backstage, and A.I.R managing to put their pixel onto that area as well. And it's on the tape, so that means they get the score for that. All right, let's see what these teams can do in teleop. Hey, audience, I don't think I hear you, and this is the last match of the day. This is your last chance, folks. Come on. Let's do it.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, I think I see movement from all 4 robots, which is a good sign. All right, PCM Alchemists putting 2 back into the backstage. Same thing with 24-438. Create trying to do another 2 into that backstage area. We have A.I.R and the Norwalk RoboWarriors getting a little bit caught up, but they're going to be able to put a few more into that backstage and on that backboard. Looks like A.I.R's going for 1 on the backboard. Let's see how that goes. We have PCM and the Norwalk RoboWarriors both vying for a few more pixels as well. We have Create the Future putting another couple of pixels into that backstage area, and we have A.I.R putting another one onto that backboard. All right, Norwalk actually cycling to A.I.R here, which is a great show of teamwork with them. PCM and Create the Future doing the same thing, both cycling as fast as possible to try to get as many pixels as they can into that backstage. All right, we have A.I.R picking up another one, putting on the backstage. We have the Norwalk RoboWarriors cycling a few more to give back to their teammate A.I.R. We have Create and PCM going in for a few more pixels into that backstage area as well. All right, we have A.I.R. They managed to put another one onto that board. All right, let's see. Create the Future looks a little stuck, but I'm sure they'll get out of it. They're going to get a few more into that backstage. Same with PCM. Norwalk is continuing to cycle to A.I.R as well. All right, looks like A.I.R's trying to do a few more onto that backboard, and we have PCM and Create the Future pushing a few more pixels into that backstage. All right, looks like A.I.R's picking up a few more. Norwalk's continuing to cycle them, and PCM and Create the Future are both trying to push a lot more pixels into that stage area. All right, we are in our end game period, folks. Let's see what these teams are able to do in the last 30 seconds. All right, A.I.R trying to pick up a few more pixels before the end, and Norwalk trying to hang on the truss if they can. PCM and Create the Future coming back around, each with pixels of their own. Oh, getting a little bit caught, though. Oh, they were able to save it. All right, let's see if they're able to get back into that zone before the end of endgame. Looks like A.I.R is inside and ready to go. Let's see if PCM can do it. Oh, very close on that airplane launch. And we are done with this, our first league meet of the season, folks. Congrats to all the teams who were able to compete today. All right, let's look at our results from match 24, the last one of the day. Let's see who won that one. This is a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 74-27. And that is our last league meet of the day. Teams, be sure to bring your robots all the way back here for your team photo right now.
This will really make it.
Woo, all right. I can really yell at people now. The next county over? Excellent. They probably hear me now. Hey kids, you can stand on the field, it's okay. So make like a, short in the front, tall in the back. Here, Nikki. And then stand.
Okay, teams, bring your robots to the front, line them up sideways so I can see the numbers, and everybody scooch in. Y'all don't smell that bad. Come on now.
So Brian is up there, so as long as you can see Brian, Brian will see you. So you guys are going to have to get to the back because it's going to be too wide. Tell them
Guys, over here.
Hey teams, Brian says we need people over there. Over there behind Thor and Circuit Breaker. Some of you go over there. I promise my kids won't bite. If they do, you let me know. I'll have a chat with them. Is it going to be too wide? Circuit breakers outside of that camera. Hey, Todd. Todd or Jeremy? Todd or Jeremy? You want to come move this camera? I don't want anybody to, knock it over.
Right there.
Okay. Hey, student, excuse me. Young people, watch out for that camera. You guys got to squish in. Squish, squish, squish. Aztechs, take a step that way. Air and Pella, you got to squish. Air, squish. There you go. Anyone want to lay out in front like, woohoo?